Hi guys, it's me, Kylie. It's been a while-ish. I think it's only been 3 weeks. 2 weeks maybe? Either way, I feel like it's been forever since I sat in front of a camera. And I just kind of want to talk about that. So I had posted on Twitter a little while back ago that I was going to step back from BookTube, and I've done this a couple times now. I don't know why I do it. I think it has something to do with my mental health, which I'm still figuring out how to deal with. If you'd like to see me kind of babble on about my brain a little bit, I'd be glad to do that. I've actually been thinking about doing that for some time now, just as a ventilation process, and maybe help somebody along the way feel not so alone. But anyways, to basically get into, my mom was calling me, I'll call her back. Basically, to get into it, I kind of wanted to just talk about what I'm planning to read for April. But before I get into it, I just want to also talk about just BookTube in general. So I'm going to try to do BookTube, but I'm not sticking to no schedule or anything. We're just going to see how it goes at this point. I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. I'm just going to try it because I really do love filming and I love editing. It's just a whole time thing. So if I don't have the time, I probably won't film. And I'm just going to have to accept that for what it is. But anyways, what am I reading for April? Okay, so I have kind of a crazy TBR, and I'm just going to read, so yeah, I have a crazy TBR. So first off, if you watch Brianna over at Coffee Books and Bullet Journals, she had mentioned that she's reading The Shining by Stephen King. Well, I'm reading it too because, one, I've been aching for a reread, but seeing everybody I know as a second thing, reading The Shining just makes me want to read it too. So I'm reading it. So we're reading it together. I'm going to read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo this month as well, because she's reading The Shining. It's kind of like a, if you read this, I'll read that kind of a thing. So I'm like super excited. So we've got The Shining and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I'm also planning to read Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I've been feeling that fantasy vibe. Okay, I've been feeling it, and I'm so excited because my friend Deanna, she just absolutely loves Mistborn. She loves all fantasy, but she's like, girl, read it. So I'm gonna read it. The next thing I plan to get into is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. I've been wanting to read this for a long time. I've heard that it's got great bi rep. If you don't know, I am bisexual, and I'm just on the hunt for something with great bi rep. I hear that The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo also has like the bi representation going on, so we'll see. So the next thing I'm going to be reading is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Yes, I got it right this time. This is actually for my book club that I'm running with Brianna over at Coffee Books and Bullet Journals, as well as Crystal. She doesn't have a BookTube channel, but she is our new admin, and I'm very excited about it. It's been so helpful having her there. But we're going to be reading Gone Girl as a giant group together. I'm a little hesitant. I didn't like Gillian Flynn's book that I read last time. It just wasn't my thing, but I've got it on audio, so I'm hoping that that helps with the writing style. Let's see. I also have Priory of the Orange Tree on my list. That's a huge book, but I got it. I was feeling sad and I thought it was pretty, so I bought it. It made me feel better. Like I said, I've been feeling fantasy just a little bit more, so I want to just dive into it. I've heard great things about it. I want to know. The other thing is, so you may or may not know, but there is a Pet Sematary remake coming out if it's not out already, and I'm super excited about it, so I'm going to reread Pet Sematary as well. I'm going to re-listen to the Michael C. Hall narration. I have that on Audible. I've listened to it once before and it was perfect. Honestly, Michael C. Hall needs to narrate all of Stephen King's books. That's just, that would be a dream come true. But I'm going to re-listen to that. I'm also, if I have time, because I mean this is a bonkers TBR, but if I have time, I also want to get to Needful Things by Stephen King. That one, I made a TBR jar and I pulled that one out as well as The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. I want to read those too so bad. But Needful Things is also a huge freaking book. So hopefully I can get to it. I do know that Scribs, where are my words? Okay, I know that Scribd has it on audio, so I'm gonna try to do that just because it's so huge and I'm already reading Priory of the Orange Tree. There's another book. Oh, I also want to get to The Glass Spare. This is gonna be, hopefully it turns out to be a buddy read with my friend Deanna. She got it for me for Christmas with the intent to buddy read it, and I had gotten her a book to buddy read, which we already read. So I'm very excited. I have no idea if I'll get to all these books this month, but I'm sure gonna try. And again, let me know if you want to hear about my mental health. I know some people may not want to, but I may or may not film it anyways, just because, but I'm very excited about this. I'm excited to be filming stuff again, but I'm not gonna put pressure on myself because this is, in reality, just a hobby, and I need to stop pressuring myself. I think that's the root of the problem. So, what are you reading for April? I want to know. Let me know. Let's talk about books. What are you excited for? What are you not excited for? Are you doing buddy reads this month? Let me know. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.